Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I am your math teacher from Ismailia Youth Services Schools, and today we are going to learn chapter number 1, which is sets. In this chapter, we are going to address two exercises which are 1.3 and 1.4. But before starting the lesson, let me give you some instructions first. Don't raise hand during lesson. Ask questions at the end of the lesson in chat box. Use hand-free if you are using mobile and headphone for the computer use. Feed your ID and password properly with your name and class. Take care of time for attending the class. Home tasks should be done in your fair copy of the subject. If there is any disconnectivity during the lesson, try to join again within 5 to 10 minutes. And don't turn on your video during lesson. For taking a screenshot of your computer screen, follow these steps. First, identify and press the print screen button which is placed above the numeric keys. Then open Paint software, then press Ctrl plus V and then press Ctrl plus F, S and save it in your computer. For taking a screenshot through your smartphone, search the steps of taking a screenshot on Google. There are some topics which we are going to discuss today, and the topics are Cartesian product, binary relation, domain and range, Cartesian coordinate for a plane, and in the end we are going to address some multiple choice questions. Okay, now starting exercise 1.3. Before starting the questions, there are some terms which needed to be clarified. So first things first, which is ordered pairs. What are ordered pairs? The pair of elements that occur in particular order and are enclosed in brackets. Which type of brackets? Parentheses are called ordered pairs. If A and B are two elements, then the two different pairs are AB, BA. In an ordered pair AB, A is called the first component and B is called the second component. What does it mean? It means that whenever we have two elements enclosed in the bracket, what type of brackets? Parentheses or round or small bracket you can say. So those two elements are called as ordered pairs. And what type of elements are they? They are the elements of the two sets. The first ordered pair belongs to the first set and the second element belongs to the second ordered pair. So whenever we have two sets, for example, there is a set A which has an element 3 and there is a set B which has an element 4. So if we will write 3 and 4 in round brackets or parentheses, that would be called as an ordered pair. That ordered pair makes up the Cartesian product. So what is the Cartesian product? Let me clarify it furthermore. The Cartesian product of any set A with any other set B is the set of all ordered pairs AB, where element A belongs to the set A and the B element belongs to the set B. And it is denoted by A cross B and is read as A cross B. So symbolically A cross B is equals to AB such that A belongs to the set A and the element B belongs to the set B. For example, if there is a question which says that if A is equals to set A is equals to ABC and set B is equals to Z and Y. So what we have to do? We have to find A cross B. How can we find A cross B? We have to pile up all the ordered pairs which can be made through these sets. For example, I told you that in ordered pair there must be first element which belongs to the first set and the second element belongs to the second set. So all ordered pairs can be in a manner that it would AZ, AY. No other ordered pair can be made with the A having first set because it has paired up with all the elements in the B. Then the next would be BZ and BY. Then CZ and CY. So these are all the ordered pairs which can be made with the help of these sets. There are 3 elements in set A and 2 elements in set B. So altogether they made 4 ordered pairs. So 6 ordered pairs. So 6 ordered pairs lined up together in the braces and this is a set. So this would be termed as the Cartesian product of A and B. or you can say A to B or A cross B. There are some points which to be noted while ordering up some ordered pairs. For example, number one is the ordered pairs AB and BA are not the same unless A is equals to B. What does it mean? It means that whenever we have two ordered pairs in which first element is A and the second is B. So it means that the first component belongs to the set A and the second component belongs to the set B. In the same manner, BA, where B belongs to the set A, but A belongs to the set B. So it means that AB and BA would not be equal. Why? Because in this case, AB, we have first component from A and the second from B. And in this case, we have first from the B and the second from the A. So this ordered pair would be A to B or A cross B. But this ordered pair is from the Cartesian product, which is B to A or B cross A. Unless A is equals to B, what does it mean? It means that if A and B are equal, then it won't be a matter that it is written as AB or BA. Number two is two ordered pairs AB and CD are equal if and only if A is equals to C and B is equals to D. What does it mean? It means that if A and B are two numbers or two elements of the ordered pairs, and there is another ordered pair with different elements, it means they both are not equal. But if the elements are equal, then these two ordered pairs would also be equal. Number three is if either A or B is empty, then A cross B is equals to null. What does it mean? It means that if set A is empty, it means that set A doesn't contain any of the elements. So it can't be paired up with any of the elements of the B set as well. So the answer would be a null set. But if the B is a null set, so B has no element. So it means that it can't be paired up with the elements of the set A. So it would be also a null set. So if either A is a null or B is a null set, the Cartesian product would be a null set. Number four is A cross B is not equals to B cross A unless A is equals to B. What does it mean? It means that whenever we have two sets A and B, so it means that we have to find out the Cartesian product A to B. So A to B means the first components of this Cartesian products order pair must belong to the set A, and all the second components of the ordered pairs of this Cartesian product should belong to the set B. But it is not for the case of B cross A. Why? Because in B cross A, all the elements, all the components, first components of all the ordered pairs belongs to the set B, and all the second components of all the ordered pairs would belong to the set A. So it means that A cross B is not equals to B cross A unless A is equals to B. So if the whole set A is equals to the whole set B, so it won't be a matter if we would write the element first component as the element of set A or the set B. Same goes for the second element or the second component. Number five, if the number of elements in sets A and B are M and N respectively, then the number of elements in A cross B is Mn. What does it mean? It means that if we have to find out the cardinality of the number of elements in the A cross B, so how can we find it? First, you need to know that how many number of elements are there in set A and how many numbers of elements are there in set B. Then you can multiply them together to find out that how many elements are going to be there in the set in the Cartesian product. For example, if the set A contains 4 elements or 5 elements, you can say, and the set B contains 3 elements. So 5 3s are 15. So it means that 15 elements are going to be there in the Cartesian product of A to B or B to A. Okay, now starting the exercise, which is 1.3. Question number 1 is, this is part 5. If A is equals to A, B, C, D and B is equals to Y and Z, we have to find A cross B, which is not equals to B cross A. Okay, it is part number 1. So what do we have to find? Have to tell? We have to tell that A cross B. If we will order up the pairs in this manner, that first we will write the first component from set A and the second components of all the ordered pairs from B. So it would become A to B. And we also have to find B cross A, where the first component should belong to the set B and the second component of all ordered pairs should belong to the set A. So in this manner, we have to tell whether they are equal or not. So there is the solution. You can show in general that A to B is not equals to B cross A. So A cross B is A, B, C, D cross Y, Z. Why? Because A, B, C, D are the elements of set A and Y, Z are the elements of set B. So it would become A, Y, A, Z, B, Y, B, Z, C, Y, C, Z and D, Y, D, Z. Why? Because they have ordered pair. All the elements are being ordered pair with the elements or all the elements of set B. So all the elements or the components of all the ordered pairs belongs to set A. Here you can see the first component belongs to set A, here as well. In each case, you can see that the first component belongs to the set A. But in each case, each ordered pair, the second element belongs to the set B. Now, B to A, B cross A, what does it mean? It means that there is a set of B which is YZ and A is ABCD. So you have to pair up in this manner that all the first components belong to the set B and all the components of the set, all the ordered pairs should belong to the set B, A. So in this manner, you can see Y has been ordered pair with all the elements of B, A. So it has become YA, YB, YC, YD and then taking Z. So it would become ZA, ZB, ZC, ZD. So you can clearly see that this set of the ordered pairs or Cartesian product is not equal to these Cartesian product or the ordered pairs. So it means that it has been proved that A cross B is not equals to B cross A. Now coming towards the binary relation. A binary relation from a set A to a set B is just a subset of A cross B. What does it mean? It means that whenever we are provided with the set, so what we can do, we can find out the Cartesian product. First, you need to know that how many elements are going to be there in this Cartesian product. Then you have to find the Cartesian product itself. And then if the question says that find out the binary relation, then you can find the binary relation by taking all the subsets of the Cartesian product. If the sets are A and B, so the Cartesian would be A cross B. So A cross B has subsets as well. These subsets are the binary relations. So now there is a formula which would tell you that how many elements are going to be there in the, how many relations are going to be made through A cross B or B cross A or the Cartesian product. So there is a formula which says 2 raised to the power mn, where m is the number of elements in first set and n is the number of elements in second set. So if you will find out mn, remember I told you before that mn is the formula to find out how many elements are going to be there in the Cartesian product. So first I told you that if the set A has 5 elements and set B has 3 elements, so we can multiply them together to find out that how many elements are going to be there in the Cartesian product. But this is the formula for finding the number of relations in that Cartesian product or the subsets of that Cartesian product. So how many relations we can make? We can make 2 raised to the power mn or 2 raised to the power the cardinality of the Cartesian product. So how many elements were there in the Cartesian product? Mn. So 2 raised to the power the number of Cartesian elements in the Cartesian product, you can say, is also present in this formula. So now starting the question. The question number 7 is from the same exercise. How many relations can A to B or A cross B have if set A has 4 elements and set B has 3 elements? So what do we have to find? We have to find the number of relations. So before finding the number of relations, let us find the number of elements in the Cartesian product. So number of elements in the Cartesian product is number of elements of the first set multiplied by number of elements in the second set. So number of elements in A multiplied by number of elements is B is 4 multiplied by 3. 4 threes are 12. It means that there are 12 elements which are going to be present in the Cartesian product. Now what we have to find? We have to find the number of relations in A cross B. So relations, for the relations we have a formula 2 raised to the power mn. Mn is 12. So 2 raised to the power 12 is equals to 4096 or 4096. So there are 4096 relations which can be made through A cross B, where A has 4 elements and B has 3 elements. There is an example, and this is a complete example and complete question solved, where you can see that there are 2 sets given only and you have to find out the relations A to B. So this is a complete solution which you can follow the steps to do all the rest of the questions in your practice work. So there is a set A which is equals to xy and B is a set which is equals to 2. So first you need to find the total number of elements in a Cartesian product. So total number of elements in a Cartesian product is Mn. The number of elements in A set has 2 and B has 1 element which is 2. So 2 multiplied by 1 is equals to 2. So there are two elements which can be made in the which are present in the Cartesian product of the A cross B. Now there is written number of elements in first set and the number of elements in second set. Now coming towards the number of coming towards the A cross B. A cross B is equals to x2 and y2. So there are 2 elements, 2 ordered pairs which are present in the Cartesian product, which we have find out through the formula which is Mn. Now we have to find the total relations. There is a formula to find the total relations which is 2 raised to the power Mn. M is 2 and N is 1. So 2 multiplied by 1 is 2. 2 2s are 4. So 4 relations are going to be made through this Cartesian product. First relation is always a null set. Whenever you are required to find out the relations, the first relation is always a null set. The second relation is the first ordered pair and the third relation is the second ordered pair. And in the fourth relation, we have wrote down both the ordered pairs. If there have been more ordered pairs in the relation, like third ordered pair or the fourth ordered pair, you can make the relations out of those as well. So this is the complete solution for solving any question regarding relations. If you are provided with just 2 sets and you have to find the relations, what you have to do? First find the number of elements in the Cartesian product, then find the Cartesian product itself, then find the total relations, and then find the relations itself. I hope you understand it very clearly. Okay, this is the question from the book, which is question number 6. The question says let A is equals to ABC and B is equals to XY. What we have to find? We have to find 2 relations in A cross B. So A is ABC and B is XY. So A cross B would be AX, AY, BX, BY, CX and CY. And the 2 relations can be the null set and the first element or the first ordered pair. If there have been more relations you have to find, there are only 2 relations in the question. But if the question would have been to find the more relations, so you could write third relation as BX, fourth as BY, fifth as CX and so on. And the total number of relations are Mn. So Mn is 2 multiplied by 3 is 6. 6 is the number of ordered pairs in the relation, and 2 raised to the power 6 is the total number of relations which we can make through these sets. Now there is a question which says 2 relations in B cross A. So B cross A is XY and ABC. So B first B. So it would be as XA, XB, XC, then YA, YB and YC. And what you have to find? You have to find the two relations. The first relation is null set and the second relation is the first ordered pair. Now three relations in A, it means A to A. So A to A is ABC multiplied by ABC. So it would become A, AB, AC, then BA, BB, BC, CA, CB and CC. Then you have to find the three relations in A. So first relation is a null set, second is the first ordered pair, and the third relation is the second ordered pair. You can write any relation you can in this question. There are multiple types of relations which we can make through these sets. It is not necessary to write these relations which has been written in the slide. There is one more thing, which is that this is a simple solution in which I have find out first the Cartesian product and the relations. But if the question comes into the examinations, you have to follow the full procedure which I have shown you in previous question. First find out the number of elements in the Cartesian product, and then you have to find the Cartesian product itself. Then you will have to find the number of relations in B cross A, and then you have to find the relations. So this is the proper solution for doing these types of questions. Now, domain and range of binary relation. It is also your homework to find out all the cardinality or the number of ordered pairs in the Cartesian product and the number of elements in the relations, number of relations as well. Now, coming towards domain and range, the domain and range of a binary relation is the set of the first elements of all ordered pairs in a relation R from set A to a set B is called the domain of the relation R. The set of the second elements of all the ordered pairs in the relation is called the range of the relation R. Domain of R is denoted by DOM-R and range of R is denoted by range R. What does it mean? It means that whenever we have completed with the relations, first we have find out the Cartesian product, then we have find out the relations, and now we are coming towards the domain and range of the relations. How we can find domain and range? Here are some examples. For example, there is a set A 1 2 3 4 and the relations are also being provided to you, which is in the relations A to A. So it would become relation 1 is 1 2 1 3 1 4 2 3 2 4 3 4. This is relation number 1, and the relation number 2 is 1 1 2 2 3 3 and 3 4. What do you have to find? You have to find the domain and the range. So domain of relation 1 is all the first elements of the ordered pairs or all the components of the first components of the ordered pairs. So there is the first component 1 in this ordered pair, 1 again, 1, 2, 2 and 3. So you can write 1, 2, 3 as the domain R1. Why 1, 2, 3? Because in the set we can't repeat an element. In the range R to R1, it is the second elements or second components of all the ordered pairs. So it is 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 4. So you can write 2, 3, 4 all together because we can't repeat an element in a set. Then the domain of relation 2. The domain of relation 2 are the first elements. The first elements are 1, 2, 3 and 4. And the range of relation 2 would be 1, 2, 3 and 4. Here is another example, which is A is equals to XYZ and B is equals to 1 to 5. So what do you have? You have a relation which is given over here, which is X1, X2, Y1 and Y2. So this is the relation A to B. What do you have to find? You have to find the domain and range of the relation R. So the relation has the first component of all the ordered pairs as X, X and Y, Y. So you can write X and Y over here. Why? Because these are the first elements and you can't repeat an element in a set. Then you have 1, 2 and 1, 2. So you can write 1, 2 over here one time. Why? Because you can't repeat an element, and these are all the elements, second components of all the ordered pairs. So these are the domain of R and range of R. There is another question, which is A is equals to 1, 2 and B is equals to YZ. And we have to find four relations B to A, and also we have to find the domain and range of these relations. So first things first, you are already aware that you have to find the A B cross A, because you have to find the four relations B to A. So I have done this question directly, but if you are going to solve it in the examination, do the proper steps. I have told you multiple times that how can we find B to A. This is your homework to do, to find this B to A in your practice copy. Then you have to find the relations. I have wrote down all the relations, which are four relations which are given in the question. So you can write relation number 1, which is y1, then y2, y1, y2 in the third relation, and z1, z2 in the fourth relation. So you have to find the domain and the range of these relations. The domain of the relation 1 is y, because this is the first element of all the ordered pairs. There is only one ordered pair, so we are considering this one ordered pair, and it has the first element which is y. So it is the domain of R1. Then range of R1 is 1, because it is the second component of this ordered pair. So it is R1. It is 1 in the range of R1. Then the domain of R2 is Y, and the range of R2 is 2. Then the domain of R3 is Y, because both ordered pair contains similar or same equal uh, first component. So you can write it only one time. You don't have to repeat it, because we can't repeat any element in a set. Then 1 and 2. So you can write both the elements. Then domain of R4 is Z, and the range is 1 and 2. Okay, there is another example which will tell you the clear picture of the domain and the range. List the domain and range of the relations. All the things which are being highlighted with the yellow are domain, and all the things which are being highlighted with the green are range. So in this case, 3, 4, 5, and 7, which are the first component of all the ordered pairs, is a domain, and 2, 4, -6, and -9 is the range, because these are all the elements, all the second components of the ordered pairs. Here goes another example. 2 -6, 1, 4, 2, 4, 0, 0, 1 -6, 3, and 0. So all the first components of the ordered pairs are 2, 1, 2, 0, 1, 3. You can't repeat them in a set, so it would become 0, 1, 2, and 3. Then the second components are -6, 4, 4, 0, -6, and 0. Write the repeating elements one time, so it would become -6, 0, and 4. There is written a note which is the same as I have been telling you again and again, that this is the symbol for set. So in set, we can't repeat values. So in domain and range, we can't repeat values as well. Now coming towards the exercise 1.4, which is Cartesian coordinate system for a plane. What is Cartesian coordinate system for a plane? The plane in which x-axis and y-axis lie will be xy plane or Cartesian plane. I will show it you in the next slide. Then in point P, x and y are called Cartesian coordinate. I will show you in the next slide it as well. Then x is called the x ordinate or abscissa, and y is called the y ordinate or ordinate. So this is the picture of a Cartesian plane. So here you can see two axes, which is x-axis and y-axis, and the x-axis is called the abscissa, and the y is called the y ordinate or the ordinate. And in this Cartesian coordinate, you can see that this is Cartesian plane, or you can say it as xy plane as well, because there are two axes, which is y and x-axis. Now this is the Cartesian plane, so you can see x-axis, but in this case you can see that there is a x which is positive, and this is the x with a complement, so it is x complement, which is negative. And here is a y which is positive, and there is also a y which is negative, which is y complement. And there is a 0 written over here in the mid, where both the axes are getting intersected. Now you can see there is a first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and fourth quadrant. In the first quadrant, you can see x and y both are positive. In the second quadrant, x is negative but y is positive. In the third quadrant, both are negative. And in the fourth quadrant, x is positive but y is negative. So this is what you have to keep in mind. There is a chart which tells you the same story, which is that x is positive, is positive. So it means that whenever both the values of the ordered pair are positive, they belong to the quadrant 1. And if x is a negative but y is positive, so both the values belong to the quadrant 2. Then x is negative and y is negative, then both the values belong to the quadrant 3. Then y is positive and x is positive and y is negative. Such case would belong to the quadrant 4. So while placing the values, this is an important chart which you have to be aware of. For example, there are some ordered pairs. For example, first ordered pair is 2 and minus 3. So 2 is positive but 3 is minus. So first component belongs to the x-axis in an ordered pair, and the second component belongs to the y-axis. So all the first components are 2, minus 3, 1, root 3 and minus 8 belongs to x-axis, but minus 3, 2, 6, minus 4 and minus 4 belongs to the y-axis. So in first case, 2 is positive but 3 is negative, so they belong to the fourth quadrant, as you can see in this case, in this chart as well, which is the Cartesian plane, that x is positive, y is negative. So whenever x is positive, y is negative, they belong to the fourth quadrant. X is negative but y is positive. X is negative, y is positive, they belong to the second quadrant. Both are positive. So if both are positive, they belong to the first quadrant. If x is positive, y is negative, they belong to the fourth quadrant. And if both are negative, they belong to the third quadrant. Okay, that's all from my side. We have learned today that how can we calculate the Cartesian product, what are the ordered pairs. Cartesian product has all the ordered pairs of two sets, and how can we denote it, how can we write all the ordered pairs where first components belong to the set A and the second component belongs to the set B. You have also learned today that how can we find out the relations and then domain and range. You are also aware that what is a Cartesian coordinate system. And now we are going to do some MCQs, which is multiple choice questions from this chapter. So the Cartesian product of sets A to B is written as A dot B, A cross B, A delta B, or B cross A. There is a hint for you is that we have been asked A to B, but not B to A. So you are well aware that A to B is the Cartesian product which can be denoted where the first elements of all the ordered pairs belongs to set A, and the second components of all the ordered pairs should belong to the set B. So in this case, there are 4 choices and you have to solve it in your copy. You are already aware of that and you can see it into the previous slides as well. Now moving forward, minus 3, minus 2 is in dash quadrant. Is it first, second, third, or fourth? Then if R is equals to, it is a relation 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, you have to tell the domain of the R. So the first components of all the ordered pairs is called as the domain. The first components would line up as a set. So it would become 1, 2, 3. So you are already well aware. You can solve it in your copy as well. The fourth is in the relation R, which is equals to 2, 3, 2, 6, 2, 4, 2, 3. You have to find the range of the R. You can't repeat the elements, so be aware of it. The point of intersection of x and y axis is called dash. I have told you in the Cartesian coordinate plane that is it called abscissa, is it called ordinate, origin, or none of these. You are already aware that x-axis and y-axis are the axis on the Cartesian plane, and they intersect at a point O. So you are already aware that what it can be which comes in this blank. So you have to copy these blanks down in your pair copy and you have to solve it as well. Now there is a home task that you have to copy and solve these MCQs of the chapter in your fair copy. You also have to do question number 6 and 7 of exercises 1.3 of textbook, which is on page number 19. You have to do question number 1 of exercise 1.4. You also have to do question number 4, 7 and 12 from miscellaneous exercise 1, which is on the book page number 24 and 25. So that's all from my side. I hope you all understand exercises 1.3 and 1.4. So you have to solve these questions as well in your copy. Stay blessed. Allah Hafiz.